Okay, sir. Let us start. Are you there? Hello. Can I start, sir? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's just start, sir. Actually, it's already 11, 16. Okay. So, sir, you're out in the Nyquist plot. How to draw the Nyquist plot? Okay, sir. Okay. So I'll go through various techniques, especially the shortcuts. How you do Nyquist plot? Okay. So if you have any doubt, then stop me, sir. Okay. So before uh, the Nyquist plot, you have some idea about the polar plot, sir. Have you any idea about the polar plot, sir? Hello.
Yes, sir.
You just have to say reply me whether you have.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
fine. Now, so let us start with some basic question of polar plot. Then, if you know this polar plot, then you can able to draw the Nyquist plot. So, just I'm giving
Okay.
some example. Let's say your open loop transfer function is given 1 by s plus 1 and 1 by s plus 2. So for this transfer function, if you want to draw the polar plot, so first step what you do, this is step number one. I'm going through step, okay. So first step is that you have to find out the magnitude, because this is an Nyquist plot is a frequency domain, frequency response plot, okay. So first of all, you have to convert the S domain to omega domain. So here S, in place of S, you have to replace by j omega. So remember that whatever the value you put for S, that value is same for omega. Okay, if I put omega equal to 0, that means my S equal to 0. If I put omega equal to infinity, similarly that should be S equal to infinity, because both are same. So that's why what you have to do, first of all you have to find out the magnitude of the this transfer function. Let's say I'm denoting the magnitude of the transfer function by m, then you have to find out the magnitude and the phase angle, okay, both at omega equal to 0. Okay, so at omega equal to 0 you have to find out the magnitude and the phase angle. So I'm writing here, at omega equal to 0 you have to find out the magnitude and the phase angle. So tell me, sir, what is the magnitude of this transfer function at omega equal to 0? At omega equal to 0 means s equal to 0. If you put s equal to 0 here, then this will be 1 by 2. This is the magnitude of this transfer function. Remember that at omega equal to 0, the angle is given by the number of poles and 0 at origin. Okay, so it means in this transfer function there is no pole and 0 at the origin. As you have no pole and 0 at the origin, the the angle will be 0. Okay, so I told you at omega equal to 0, the angle will contribute only by the poles and 0 at origin, because in this transfer function there are no poles and 0 at origin. That's why this angle will be 0, because there is no one is the origin. That's why don't consider this, take the angle equal to 0. Now similar thing in step 2, what you want to find out, step 2 you have to find out similar thing at omega equal to infinity, what is the magnitude and what is the phase angle. If I put infinity, omega equal to infinity means s equal to infinity. If I put s equal to infinity, then 1 by infinity plus 2 or 1 by infinity plus 1 is infinity only. So that means 1 by infinity terms is going to 0. Okay, so that's why at omega equal to infinity the magnitude will be 0, and at omega equal to infinity the angle is given by the sum of poles minus sum of poles, whatever the number of poles are there, plus sum of zeros, that angle. Okay, sir, and this is a finite, it should be finite. Okay, So let me not finite, you can take the sum of poles and sum of zeros. So let me, at omega equal to infinity, there are two poles are there. One pole will contribute minus 90 degree. So two pole will be contribute minus 180 degree. That's why the angle will be here minus 180 degree. Okay, so till now you clear, because if you understand this step, then Nyquist plot is just like a uh, nothing is there. So just try to understand these steps. Step 1, at omega equal to 0, you have to find out the magnitude and angle. Step 2, at omega equal to infinity, you have to find out the magnitude and angle. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Now on the third step, step 3, you have to find out the starting angle, and step 4, you need to find out the ending angle. Okay, sir. So remember that starting angle is not that important, sir. Starting angle is defined by the finite polar zero, which is nearer to origin. So starting angle is defined by finite pole or zero, which is nearer to origin, which is close to origin. Okay, which one is, suppose sir, one example I'm giving, let's say s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3, and s plus 4. What you have to check, that which out of, there are two poles and two zero are there, you have to check that which is nearer to origin. So remember that this is a zero which is nearer to origin. Okay, and if suppose I'll reverse the question, s plus 2 divided by s plus 1. In this transfer function, the pole is close to origin, because minus 1 point is close to origin rather than minus 2. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
you have to find out that out of all the finite pole and zero, which is close to origin. So starting direction, we have to decide by that. Okay, if a pole is nearer to the origin, then the direction will be clockwise. Remember, sir, if a pole is nearer to origin, then the direction will be clockwise. If a zero is nearer to origin, then the direction will be anti-clockwise. Okay, this part you have to remember for the starting angle. You got my point, sir?
Yes, sir.
Then at the ending angle, what you need to check, sir, ending angle, just whatever the here angle you got, here angle you get 0 degree, here angle you get minus 180. Just subtract that. Okay, sir. Just to do like that, 0, and I'm subtracting the second one, minus 180. So what is that angle? You don't need to find out the value. You have to tell me that whether this difference is positive or negative, whether it is positive or negative. So 0 minus of minus 180. So it is positive, sir. Right? For positive, the direction will be clockwise. If it is negative, then the direction will be anti-clockwise. That is the ending direction angle we decide by that.
Sir, sir, once repeat, sir. This
Okay.
last point.
Okay, I'm just repeating here because I have written the ending direction here. So ending angle means, sir, whatever the angle you get at omega 0, this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Just to subtract the angle, okay? So 0 degree minus of minus 180, equation 1 minus equation 2, okay? So you have to check
Yes,
the
sir.
sign only, whether it is positive or negative. I don't know the value. I don't require the value. Just to check, sir, whether it is positive or negative. If it is positive, then clockwise. If it is negative, then anti-clockwise. That's it.
Okay, okay. Means just we subtract
Yes, sir.
magnitude.
Magnitude, not magnitude, sir. Angle. This angle, 0 and minus 180.
Okay, okay.
This is angle, sir. 0 and minus 180. Just to because you are finding out ending angle, na, sir. I'm ending angle. It gives you ending direction. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Similarly, starting angle means this is starting direction. Okay. So just capture this screenshot in, and you have to write this 4 step I will follow in my Nyquist plot. That's it, sir. Only 1 minute का solution है किसी भी question का. Only 1 minute you require to draw. That's it. So let me go to the next page. If you have known this, then I'm writing the equation again. 1 by s plus 1, s plus 2. This is the question I have given. I'm just doing it faster now. At omega equal to 0, the magnitude is 1 by 2, angle is 0. At omega equal to infinity, this will be 0. the magnitude will be 0 and the angle will be minus 180. So I am writing here starting direction is clockwise positive because finite pole is there near to origin. Ending direction is this difference is positive, that's why it is again clockwise. Both are clockwise.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Now, sir, what you do, you just this follow this step. You have to start with a value at omega because Nyquist plot or polar plot, always we have to vary our omega from 0 to infinity. So now you see at omega equal to 0, what is the magnitude and the angle? This is 0 degree line, sir. This is 90 degree line. This is 180 degree line. This is 270 degree line. If you have counterclockwise, if you moving in this direction, if you move in the clockwise direction, then this angle will be minus 90. This angle will be minus 180. This will be minus 270, and this angle will be 360 degree. Right, sir? This depends upon the movement
Yes, sir.
whether okay. Now you see, sir, starting direction, the starting value is 1 by 2 at comma 0. So this is 0 degree line, this x-axis is 0 degree line, and you take any point which is 1 by 2. Okay, because 1 by 2 is now at 0 degree line, and at that value my omega equal to 0, because you see at omega equal to 0 my magnitude will be 1 by 2 and my angle will be starting from 0 degree line. So I am in the 0 degree line, you are standing here, and this position here omega equal to 0 and at a value of 1 by 2. Now what you do, you have to move from omega equal to 0 to infinity. Now you see the starting direction is positive, so clockwise. Clockwise means you have to move clockwise direction. Okay, there are two possibilities here, sir. Either you can move anti-clockwise here in this direction, or you have to move clockwise direction. But your starting direction is given by clockwise, so you have to move the clockwise direction, forget about the anti-clockwise direction. Now you are moving in this direction. Okay, after moving
Yes,
in
sir.
this direction, you now see at which point I have to reach. I have to reach at the magnitude 0. 0 means origin. You have to reach
Or
at the origin. But at
origin.
making my what angle, you have to make minus 180 degree angle. It means
Yes, sir.
you have to start from this value, you go clockwise, make a asymptote which is parallel to 180 and come to this point.
Okay,
And
without crossing 180.
yeah, we cannot cross. If you cross 180, then you are in a different zone, sir. You have to make an asymptote which is parallel to 180 degree axis and reach 0 point. That's it.
But first thing, we have seen the yes, right, omega equals to 0.
Yeah.
So 1 by 2
Yes.
and angle is 0. Sir, angle is 0 means
Yeah,
here.
angle is 0 means this line is 0 degrees, sir, right?
Okay,
This,
okay.
yeah. And this is minus 180 because you have to move clockwise, and this is minus 180 told you. So this line is negative axis which is minus 180 degree. So you have to start at 1 by 2 omega equal to 0. You have to reach at 0, and the at 0 what is the value of omega? Omega equal to infinity at this point. At origin your omega equal to infinity. Means you have to start at omega equal to 0 and reach at omega equal to infinity, and, and at omega equal to infinity the magnitude is 0, but you have to move in the clockwise. Both starting direction and ending direction is clockwise, sir. Now you can see clockwise, and you have to make an asymptote. Asymptote means you have to make a line parallel to 180 degree and reach 0. That's it.
So just minutes, sir, to write the things. I understand.
Yeah. No, sir, don't write. You are now acquainted. As long as you will not feed your brain, I will not go here. Okay. So don't
Okay,
worry.
okay.
Just to understand, sir, I'm just taking another question. Here I will take
Sir,
another
sir,
question.
wait a minute. Just a minute. Sir, first we check the words. Omega equals to 0, 1 by
Okay.
2. So
Yeah.
magnitude is 1 by 2, and towards the 0 axis, 0 degree axis, right?
Yeah. Yeah. 0 degree axis, sir. That is 0 degree
And then
axis.
omega equals to infinity, the angle is 0. So, okay,
Yeah.
0. And minus 180, so starting angle defined by the infinite poles.
Yes, sir.
0
Yeah.
poles. So, poles positive.
Starting angle, I told you starting angle will be decided
Mm,
means at omega equal starting angle will be finite number of pole and 0. But here, sir, no 0 is there. Only pole is there. And
yes, sir.
only pole is there, that's why the angle will be clockwise.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Clockwise, yes, sir, right.
Yeah.
And
And
then ending
ending
angles,
direction, just this difference of these two angle, you just difference equation 1
yes,
and equation 2 and check the sign only.
yes, positive. So again, it is the
Positive again
clockwise.
clockwise.
Clockwise. Okay,
Yeah.
sir. Good, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now, I'll solve sir, so many questions. Don't worry. As long as you will be acquainted. Now take. I am just adding one more and one more pole here now. Okay. In this
Okay,
is
sir.
equation one. This is equation question number 2. Now you see I will draw the polar plot here, okay, only below of that. So first of you write omega equal to 0. What is the value, sir, at omega equal to 0?
Omega equals to 0, sir, 1 upon 6.
1 upon 6. And what is the angle?
Angle is also the 0.
0, because there is no pole and 0 at origin. Forget about that. Omega
Yes,
equal
yes,
to infinity. At 1 by infinity is 0. And three
yes.
poles are there. One pole is minus 90. So three pole will be minus 270.
Minus 270, yes, sir.
Now, you write down starting angle. Only poles are there positive. So clockwise.
Only
Ending
poles are
direction.
there clockwise, yes, sir.
Ending direction. Ending difference of these two. 0 degree and minus 270. That is positive again. Again clockwise. Right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now you just make a xy line. You have to start at 1 by 6, a 0 degree line at which omega equal to 0. At this point omega equal to 0. And you have to reach at 0 point. This is 0 point origin. But I'm making clockwise. You have to move both starting direction clockwise, ending direction also clockwise. So you cannot move in this direction because this is anti-clockwise
Sir.
direction from you. So then again you have to go and make an angle which is very parallel to minus 270 and reach origin. This is
Yes, sir.
minus
But in this
270.
case, it will cross 1 degree.
Yeah, of course it will have to cross because you have to make an line which is parallel to 270. Right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll come back to this slide later. Why? Because there are lots of questions will frame from this. But let me clarify how you are drawing the polar plot first. So now let me go to another question, sir, where pole and zero both will be there. Okay, let me go to this question. S plus 3 divided by s square into s plus 1 into s plus 2. Now you tell me, sir, what omega equal to 0, what is the value?
Omega equals to 0, sir. 3 upon
No,
2.
no, no, don't see, sir. Whenever we are seeing one s is there and you're
Okay.
putting 0, means 1 by 0 is always infinity, sir. Other are
Yes.
finite terms, that doesn't matter.
Okay, okay, okay.
So omega equal to 0, the magnitude is infinity, right? 1 by,
Yes.
because this term will come to infinity. Then, what is the angle? Two poles are there at origin. That's why one pole is minus 90, two poles is minus 180. Because you have to consider the poles and zeros at origin at omega equal to 0.
Means poles at origin.
Only
Two poles.
origin. Forget about the other terms. Only
Okay,
poles at origin. Because in the last question, you don't have a pole and 0 at origin. That's why that angle is 0. But here, two poles are coming at origin. That's why one pole contribute minus 90, two poles contribute minus 180.
yes, sir.
Now, at omega equal to infinity, now you have to consider all the poles and 0 locations. Okay. So now, four poles are there. So four poles is minus 360 because one pole is contribute minus 90. So four poles will be minus 360 and one pole will contribute, or one zero will contribute 90. So total angle is minus 270, right?
Sir, in case of omega equals to infinity, means we consider the
Yeah, all the poles and zeros. All the poles and zeros.
okay, all the poles and zeros.
Yes, yes, all the poles and zeros.
Also, in earlier problems, zeros are not there, right?
No, not there. That's why.
Okay, okay. Means
So,
we at
so here
omega
now
equals to infinity,
four poles are there.
all
Four poles minus 360
yes,
and one zero plus 90. So total is minus 270. Right? Can
yes,
I
sir.
write here?
Yes,
Minus
yes, sir.
270. And what is the at omega equal to infinity? This magnitude will be 0 because 1 by infinity is 0.
Yes, sir.
Now you tell me the starting direction and the ending direction. Starting direction is given by finite poles. So which pole or 0, which is close to origin? Because s plus 1 is close to origin.
Poles is
Yeah, yeah. Pole is close to origin because 1, 2, 3. 3 is far away from origin. That is a 0. So again, starting direction will be decided by the poles because that pole is close to origin. So only you have, in this case, we have to consider the finite pole because see here, sir, one pole is here, another pole is minus 1, another pole is minus 2, another pole 0 is minus 3. So don't consider this pole and 0 at origin. Only consider the finite number of poles and 0. Now you see out of the finite number of poles and 0, my pole is close to origin, right?
yes, sir.
So that's why as pole is there, so positive, so clockwise, right? For pole, you take clockwise. For zero, anti-clockwise. I'll give another question where you have cleared it out.
Sir,
Now,
for zeros anti-clockwise.
Yeah,
Okay.
zeros would be anticlockwise.
But here poles is at origin. So this is
Now, poles, you don't only consider a finite number of them. Finite means you don't consider the poles which is located at origin. Finite means this is a finite term. This is a finite term. This is a finite term. But a is equal to 0, this is not a finite set. Okay. Finite, try to understand what do you mean by finite. Finite means which is not at origin. That is called finite number. Okay.
okay. Okay,
In
sir.
control system term, I am telling you. Okay.
So nearest poles one is at origin s equals to minus one.
Yeah, of course. You can see two poles and one zero is there. Which one is nearer to origin? This
Minus
pole.
one.
That is a pole, sir. Right?
Yes, sir.
Don't consider other terms. Only see that which either pole or zero. Which one is nearer to origin? Pole is nearer to origin. That's why clockwise.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Next, ending direction. Just take the difference. Minus 180 minus of minus 270. Whether it is positive or negative.
This is the positive, sir.
Minus 180. So plus 270. So again positive. Again positive means sir clockwise, right?
Yes, sir. Positive means clockwise. Yes, sir.
Now you have to draw the polar plot. That these things are required. Okay. Now draw the polar plot. At which point I have to start? You have to start at infinity. Because at omega equal to 0, you are at infinity, but making an angle of minus 1. Okay. So this is minus 180-degree lines, right?
Okay, sir.
Now you have to start somewhere here, infinity. Okay. So either you can start from the top side, you can start from the bottom side. There are two possibilities.
So how to
Because
check?
yeah, that's why I'm saying you can see. But it's giving the starting direction is clockwise, sir. Clockwise. So how can you move clockwise, sir? Clockwise means this is clockwise direction. So
Yes, sir.
if I move here in this direction, it is clockwise. If I move in this direction, then it is anti-clockwise. So don't consider that. That's it.
Anti-clockwise. Yes, sir.
So that's why you have to consider the top one because you have to move in a clockwise
Means
direction.
means second quadrant.
Yeah, you are in the first quadrant, second quadrant, but there are two possibilities I told you now because you are
Yes.
starting at infinity means one person can start in this way and another person can start this way, but
Yes.
you have to move clockwise. Clockwise means this is the direction of clockwise. If the other
Yes.
person will be start here moving, then this is anti-clockwise direction. So that is not
Yes.
acceptable. So that's why I'm removing that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now starting direction is covered. Now you have to reach at 0. You have to reach at 0 means origin. But at what angle you have to make? Minus 270. You have to make a line which is parallel to minus 270 and come to here. And this you can check the ending direction is also clockwise. Now you can see your ending direction is also clockwise.
So how to check, sir? It's a parallel to minus 270.
So this is minus 270 degree. Now,
Okay, okay. Means it will not intersect.
yeah, means you cannot come. You have to come here like this. So what is your doubt? I'm not getting. So you have to start at minus 180 clockwise. That is clockwise direction. You have to end
Yes,
in
sir.
the also clockwise. So you have to clockwise move and come at 0 degree. Na?
Without crossing 270.
Yeah, you cannot cross. If you cross it, you can see sir. If you cross it, then you are making a line. You are making if you cross it, then you are making a line which is parallel to 360 degree, not
Oh,
270 degree.
okay, sir. Okay, sir. Good, good, good.
Right. That's it. You're following me?
Yes, sir. I'm following.
Okay, sir. Just I'm changing the question here now. Now I'm just removing it because I want to draw that question here only. So after this question, we will go to Nyquist plot because once this is clear to you, then Nyquist plot is just a one-line question. So now I'm changing this question. Just you see the question on the left hand side, I'm just changing the right hand side. S plus 1 I'm taking on the numerator. S square, same term I'm adding here. S plus 2 and S plus 3. Now tell me, sir, for this question at omega equal to 0, what is the magnitude? Infinity. Because 1 by 0 is infinity.
But in this case, zero is dominant.
Yes, sir. But first of all, you have to tell me what omega equal to. Go step by step, sir. 4 steps I told you. First of
Yes.
all, you find out omega equal to 0. What is the magnitude and the angle? Magnitude is infinity.
Yes, sir.
And angle is minus 180 because there are two poles at origin.
Yes, sir.
At omega equal to infinity, the magnitude will be 0. 1 by 0, 1 by infinity is 0.
So 270.
Yeah, it should be how much? Again, minus 270, right?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me the starting direction here now. Starting direction means either finite pole or finite zero. Which one is near to origin?
Sir,
Zero is near to origin.
zeros.
So zero means negative. I told you this is
Anti-clockwise.
anti-clockwise. Okay. So zero means anti-clockwise. Next, ending direction. Ending direction will be positive. So clockwise. You're following me?
Yes, I am following, sir.
Okay. Now you tell me sir the answer. This is 0 degree line. This is minus 90, minus 270. This is sorry minus 180 and minus 270. Now you have to start at infinity minus 180. There are two possibilities, sir. Either you can move in the up direction, in the bottom direction. But starting direction is now anti-clockwise. So
Yes, so downward.
downward. Then yeah, I'm starting here. I'm starting in this direction. Now, but ending direction is clockwise, but making an angle minus 270 degree and 0. So you have to come and cross and now here the answer. Because this is clockwise, but so this is anti-clockwise, but you have to reach
But
at the origin clockwise direction. Now you can follow me.
yes, 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 sir. Means it will cross and
Yeah,
parallel
it
to the
will cross
270.
and yeah, because you have to make clockwise. Your ending direction is clockwise, not anti-clockwise. If it is anti-clockwise, then minus 270, then you have to come like this. You're understanding me, sir?
So this is the clockwise, no, sir?
No, this is anti-clockwise. Now, if I am saying, sir, if the ending direction is anti-clockwise, then this is the
Yes.
answer. Okay.
Okay.
But as the ending direction is clockwise, then you have to cross the line and come here. This is the path.
Yes, sir.
So I think this polar plot is clear to you. Now you can able to draw the polar plot, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you draw the polar plot, then shall we move to the Nyquist plot, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, of course. Now, go to my next slide. I'm just giving one question of Nyquist plots. Okay, now let's putting a heading Nyquist plot. Now you see, I'm just giving one question. G is equal to 1 by S into S plus 1. Okay. So the Nyquist plot, to draw the Nyquist plot, first you have to draw the polar plot. Sir, you know what is the polar plot of this one? You just quickly draw. At omega equal to 0, at omega equal to infinity. At omega equal to 0, the amplitude will be infinity and angle will be minus 90. At omega equal to infinity, this will be 0 and minus 180. Starting direction, pole is there, so clockwise. Ending direction, minus 90 minus or minus 180 positive. Again, positive is clockwise.
Sir, in this case, pole is at origin,
Yeah,
right?
one pole is at origin. That's why this angle minus 90 is coming here.
Yes, sir.
And at omega equal to infinity, you have to consider all the poles and 0. Two poles are there. So one pole minus 90. So two pole minus 180.
Starting end because of poles, so clockwise.
Yeah. And ending directions are difference of these two. That is also coming positive. So
Positive,
clockwise.
yes, sir.
Now you draw the polar plot here on the right hand side. I'm drawing the polar plot.
Sure, sir, sure.
So at omega equal to, you have to start at infinity minus 90 degrees. So minus 90 degrees are this line, right? And you have to move starting direction is clockwise. So clockwise means there are two possibilities. Either you can move in this direction, you can move in this direction, but you have to move clockwise direction. So this is discarded.
Yes, sir, clockwise.
I'm taking the clockwise direction. So now I'm starting here, but you have to reach minus 180
180,
degree and 0. So you have to
clockwise.
cross clockwise. So if you draw it carefully, then this line will be something start. It will be something start here and like this will come. Okay, because
Yes,
you're
sir.
making an angle minus 180, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now this is the first step of Nyquist plot. Okay, so this is the first step. This is the first step. First step is the polar plot. First draw the polar plot. So now you sir always you give the direction, sir. Okay, the direction is mandatory in
Sir,
Nyquist
one
plot.
thing, sir,
Yeah.
my doubt is, you have written the minus 90 degrees. So sometimes you have written the 270 degree also.
That is, sir, you are this line is 0 degree. If you move, this is 90. If you move and if you move anti-clockwise, it is 90 degree. It is
Yes.
180 degree. It is 270 degree. If you move negative direction, this is minus 90, minus 180, minus 270, and 360.
Okay, okay.
Like that. Okay.
Means anti-clockwise 0, 90, 180,
Yeah,
270.
yeah, yeah. And
But
clockwise, it is
clockwise,
0, minus 90, minus 180, minus 270.
so
This
sir,
is
if starting,
forget about this is a coordinate system, sir. Coordinate system will be represented by like that one. If you, this is 0, this is 90 degree, this is 180, this is 270. If I move in this way, if I move in this way, this is minus 90, minus 180, minus, this is positive and negative. That is the assumption we have, coordinate system we have made from our childhood.
okay, okay,
Okay, don't confuse on the starting and ending direction. Just first of all, if you are confusing, then write down first. This is 0, this is 360, this is 90 minus 270, 180 minus 180, minus 90, 270.
okay, sir.
Now, have you clear about this polar plot, sir? And give the always direction. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And
Direction is
also
important, starting and ending.
yeah, direction is important. Like I'm giving my direction of the arrow, you have to also give. And also you mentioned that at which point you are starting, that is omega equal to 0, and which point you are ending, that is omega equal to infinity. Because polar plot definition is that you have to start at omega equal to 0 and reach at omega equal to infinity.
Infinity, yes, sir.
Okay. So now, yeah, now what you do, second step is you have to take the mirror image of this.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now mirror image, if you take the mirror image, this is
Sir,
x-axis,
mirror
so
image about x-axis or y-axis?
it depends, sir, how the plot will be. If the plot will be something like this, okay, then you have to take the mirror image with respect to y-axis. If the plot is like this, then you have to take the mirror image with respect to x-axis. Okay, wherever the plot is there.
Sir, once again repeat, sir. If plot is in first quadrant, then a mirror image about y-axis, x-axis.
Yes, first, this is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, this is fourth quadrant. Okay,
Yes, sir.
mirror image, you have now the mirror image, you have, okay, you have to take the mirror image with respect to x-axis. Okay, I'm clarifying. Okay, x-axis. Okay, you take the mirror image with respect to x-axis.
Okay, sir.
Now if they take the mirror image with respect to x-axis, then my plot will be something like this, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now give the direction. Sir, direction will be continuous. Okay, if see you are starting at this point, I'm changing the color of the pen. Okay. You have started here, you have started moving here, you are moving here, you are moving here, moving here, moving here, moving here, moving here, and reaching the origin. Okay, then you have
Yes.
to continue the direction. Don't change the direction.
Okay, okay.
Okay, now you are reaching at some infinity value, and okay, omega equal to 0 to infinity, and this value is 0 minus. This is 0 plus. I'm just giving some sign, 0 plus and 0. Otherwise, don't confuse. You just tell omega equal to 0. This line also. Polar plot will start. This is the mirror image. Don't confuse about the omega 0 infinity. Just take the polar plot and take the mirror image. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the third point. Only one third last point you have to do for the Nyquist plot is that, sir, Nyquist plot, you have to, now the third step, you carefully listen. Third step is that you have to check only the number of poles and zeros at
Number of poles and zeros at origin.
origin. How many poles are and zero at the origin? So only one pole at origin.
Yes, sir.
Only one pole at origin. Remember this line, sir. As many as number of poles will be there. Okay, as many number of poles are there, but zero will not affect your zero. Zero at origin will not affect. Only you check the poles at origin. That's it. Zero, if a zero at origin, just ignore that.
Okay, only pole will affect.
Only I will tell you the reason why. but you just
Okay.
remember only poles you have to consider.
Okay.
So here only one pole at origin. Okay, so one pole means one infinite radius half circle. One pole means one infinite radius half circle. Half circle, I'm saying half circle. This is I'm doing in quotation. So this is half circle. So one pole means origin you have to check. Origin, okay. So one pole at origin means one infinite radius half circle. If two pole at origin means two infinite radius half circle. Okay.
One infinite radius.
Yeah. The radius of that half circle will be infinity. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you see, sir, here in this question, how many poles are there at origin?
One.
One. So what is the answer? One infinite radius half circle, right?
So how to draw, sir, this?
Yeah, I'll tell you, sir. One infinite radius half circle, but the direction will be infinite radius half circle. Always the direction will be clockwise. Remember, sir, this one. The direction of that infinite radius half circle is clockwise.
Means for one pole.
Yeah, how now as many as number of poles are there, always the infinite radius half circle, that direction is positive clockwise. Just remember that.
Clockwise.
So in the third point, you are in your mind, you have to feed that number of poles at origin equal to number of infinite radius half circle, and you have to draw in clockwise direction. That's it.
Means number of poles at origin equals number of infinite radius.
Radius half circle, and the
Okay.
direction is clockwise. That's it.
But in this case, only one pole at
One.
origin.
Yes.
So one
And
infinite radius half circle.
yeah,
Okay.
how I'll draw you, just listen, sir. I'm just reading this. So now you just tell me, sir, at
Yes, sir.
wherever I written omega equal to 0, what is that magnitude at here? At omega equal to 0, infinity, right, sir?
Infinity.
So this point I'm just drawing in a pen, but it will start from infinity, right?
Yes, sir.
And this point whichever ending here, this is also at infinity. This one, mirror image, where the mirror image ends, I am just this line,
Infinity.
that is also infinity. So this point is infinity, first point is also infinity. Connect that infinity to infinity.
So once again repeat, sir, please.
Connect that infinity to infinity by a half circle, sir. Half circle.
Oh, clockwise.
Yeah, always clockwise. That direction will be always clockwise.
Sir, but we have started magnitude at omega equals to 0 infinity, right?
Yes, I told you, Nasser, the direction cannot be discontinuous. You have to start at this point, you moving here, and you are reaching at this point,
Ending.
right? So now at this point, your direction should be clockwise.
Yes.
So you just make a clockwise half circle. That's it. Where the
Okay.
mirror image ends to that end point to end point. Join that end point to end point, because you have to move in a path, right? That is a
Okay.
closed path. Nyquist plot is a closed path. So I
Close
want to
path and overall this is the clockwise, right?
that infinite radius half circles are, I told you, clockwise. Okay, but in a polar plot it may be clockwise or infinity, but that infinite radius half circle, I'm saying that it is clockwise. Polar plot can be, sir, anti-clockwise. No? It depends upon the pole and zero location. Don't consider the polar plot. I'm just saying about the infinite radius half circle is always clockwise. So here I have drawn an infinite radius half circle which is clockwise. Clockwise means, sir, this is clockwise direction, right?
Yes, sir.
So now this is the polar, this is the Nyquist plot for you.
Now it is clear, sir. So one more examples we
Yeah,
can.
one more examples I'll give you, then you will be clear, sir. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to get. Okay,
Yes, sir.
let me give another question. GH will be, sir. Let me give a question. 10 divided by,
Some complex problems, sir.
yeah, s square plus s plus 1 and s plus 2. Now you just, here I think your doubt will be clear. Now, sir, at omega equal to 0, tell me, at omega equal to 0, what is the magnitude?
At omega is to 0 infinite
And minus 180, because two poles are there.
minus 180.
Because the two poles are there at origin.
Okay, okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. At omega equal to infinity, the magnitude will be 0, but there are four poles are there. So one pole is 90, four pole will be minus 360. Okay.
G.
Next, starting directions, sir, tell me. Poles are only there, so
Starting
clockwise.
direction, sir.
Only poles are
Uh,
there, no zeros are there, so clockwise.
so starting direction clockwise because pole is near to, na?
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Yes.
ending direction, the difference of these two is positive. So again
Uh,
clockwise.
Clockwise, yes, sir.
Now I'm doing the Nyquist and polar plot here only. Okay, sir. Just tell me how to draw that. Here. This is the axis. Now you have to start at minus 180 at infinity. This is infinity line, minus 180 degree line. But you have to move clockwise. So clockwise means the top one, right, sir? This is clockwise.
Sir, means at omega equals 0. First we start the at omega equals 0,
Yeah,
right?
this line is omega equal to 0 point. At infinity,
Yes.
this is infinity point. But
But
you
the
have
value
to,
is at infinity, right?
yeah,
Coming from minus 180 degree.
yeah, this is minus 180 degree line. You have to make a line which is parallel to minus 180. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now you have to come to making an angle minus 360. So minus 360 will be this line, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Then you have to go clockwise and reach here, right?
Clockwise and clockwise, right?
And first of all, what you do, you just give the arrows. Otherwise your problem will be wrong. You have to give the arrows. Always you have to keep the arrows because that is
So,
clockwise.
sir, where it will cut on a let's say, minus 270 degree.
Yeah, I will tell you. Nasa, I will tell you that omega value because this is omega equal to 0 and we are considering this is omega equal to infinity. So somewhere the omega value will cut. Na, I will tell you how to calculate it. There are shortcuts are there, sir. Only one line. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now you understand this polar plot.
Yes, sir.
Now do the mirror image with respect to x-axis.
X-axis, yes, sir. So
Yeah,
same below.
right.
Yes, sir.
Give the direction. The direction should be continuous. Direction
Same
should be
direction.
continuous. Yeah. Okay. Now, now I told you, sir, you have to the third point. The number of infinite radius half circle equal to number of poles at origin. So here, two poles at origin. So two
Uh,
infinite radius half circle,
yes, sir. Two poles at the origin and
two infinite radius half circle,
clockwise.
two infinite radius half circle, and this direction will be always clockwise. Now, at which point you have to start this infinite radius half circle, at which you are ending here, right? Because this is continuous.
Ending to starting.
Yeah. But you have to make half circle. So first you make half circle. And this is in clockwise direction. Clockwise means this direction. You have to making a half circle. Make a half circle. Okay. This one half circle is completed.
Yes, sir.
And wherever you have, just give the direction. Direction is always important.
So again we repeat
Yeah.
downward from downwards.
Yeah. From here, because this is a closed path, so you cannot stop here because you have to make another. Because two infinite is like half circle, so one you already cover. Another
Yes.
from same point you cover and reach the original point.
Sir means uh, we are not ending at the another
Sir,
point.
at which point you have started, the same point you are ending. Just see.
Okay,
You hold.
okay. Final
You,
after
yeah,
drawing the two half circle.
yeah,
Two infinite half
yes,
circle.
yes. That's it.
Okay, sir. So means one we start from ending, and
Yeah,
then we go to the
starting point.
semi half circle. Half circle.
Yeah, yeah. Just make it two half circle to complete the close path. That's remember you at final the request plot should be complete path. So you have to make like that because at omega equal to 0 we have started. Now we are reaching at omega equal to 0, sir. No problem. No?
Yes.
This is the direction. This is called the complete Nyquist plot.
So, sir, it will intersect line.
Which one, sir? Which is intersecting?
Means when we
Yeah,
connect the
but this
second.
point, you're saying intersecting.
Yes.
I no problem. It can intersect. No problem, sir.
Okay.
That can intersect. Nothing is worried about Nyquist plot. Okay, okay, sir. You clear
Yes,
how
sir.
I'm drawing Nyquist plot? One more you want?
Yes, sir.
One more, okay. For you, one more, sir. Okay. Now, at least this question you will be able to get a feel how I'm increasing the complexity. So GH now I'm giving sir 1 by SQ, three infinite radius half circle. Now how will draw? Let's see. S plus 1. Just change the pen. Now tell me, sir, omega equal to 0. What is the magnitude? Infinity minus 270. Just to clarify that whatever I'm writing is correct or not.
Okay, sir. Minus 0, minus 270, and 60. Yes, sir. And zeros clockwise, ending points positive clockwise. Yes, sir.
Fine. This is minus 270. This is minus 180. This is minus 90. This is minus 360. Right, sir? You have to start at infinity at minus 270, making clockwise. So the polar plot will be something like this. Right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now take the mirror image. Okay, sir? Mirror image, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now three infinite radius half circle in the clockwise direction, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'm drawing in a red pen. Uh, so I'll start here because I have ending here. So one is completed, two is completed, three is completed.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
So one second, sir. Just
Okay. Okay. One more, sir. One more time.
ending.
One.
One. So we'll connect there. No, we will not connect.
No, no, because that is not a closed path. You have to end at this point. This is the first. Okay.
Okay.
Then
Change the
second.
color, sir. Color change.
Okay.
Yes,
Color.
yes, second.
Color you want to change? Okay. Let me change the color. Okay. Second. Second. You can say second. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm just changing the color now to third. Okay.
Just
All I can say all are clockwise.
clockwise. Close path.
Yeah, all are clockwise. You can see, sir. This is a complete clockwise path. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now this is the Nyquist plot. But what are the question will come? I'll just tell you, sir, from this Nyquist plot. But they will not ask you the Nyquist plot. Nah? They will give you some find out the k value for stability. What is the omega value? So like this question they will come, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's go to the first question, which I have. I'll tell you some shortcuts. Then we'll come back for this. So question number two, you see, sir. Question number two. Okay.
Question number 2. Yes, sir. 2.
So now this question, for this question, I want to draw the Nyquist plot, right? I'll go to the next slide, but you just remember the question: 1 by s plus 1, 1 by s plus 2, 1 by s plus 3. This is our polar plot.
Question 2. Yes, sir. S plus 1, S plus 2, S plus 3.
Okay, I'm just going to the next slide here. So now I'm writing the question here. 1 by, because this is a standard question. Okay, this is a standard question in control system. 1 by s plus 1, 1 by s plus 2, 1 by s plus 3. Now you tell me, sir, for this already you have drawn the polar plot. I'm not drawing. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Minus 180 to
it will
0.
go, it will go like this, right? This is the polar plot.
No, no, sir. This is the minus 270. 360.
You have to start at omega equal to 0. This would be k by 6, right? Now I'm taking this is a k value. Okay, don't want. I'm just putting k. Okay, sir? Because I want to solve this question. How the what is for what value k the system is stable. Now this is the question is given to you, sir, right?
Yes, sir.
At omega equal to 0, this magnitude will be k by 6. Angle will be 0 because no poles and 0 at origin. At omega equal to infinity, 1 by infinity is 0 and minus 270. Starting direction is positive because poles are there, only clockwise. ending direction 0 minus or minus 2 when it positive, so clockwise. Now you have to start at k by 6. This point is k by 6 at making an angle 0 degree, and you have to move in a clockwise direction to reach at minus 270 line. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. This is the polar plot,
This is a
simply.
polar plot. Now, first, second, you have to take the mirror image because Nyquist plot will draw it. Okay. So now I am taking the mirror image. So if I draw the mirror image, this will be something like this, and it will come to here.
Mirror image up, right? Okay, yes, sir.
Yeah. Just
0 degree.
direction should not, you don't change the direction, sir. Which path you are
Yes, sir.
moving, one path you have to move. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So for this question, this is the Nyquist plot because there are no poles at 0, so we don't have any infinite radius half circle, right?
No poles at 0. Yes, sir.
No poles at origin. Sorry, no poles at origin. That's why we don't have any infinite radius half circle. Clear?
Yes, sir.
But the question is that you have to find out the k value for system stable. Okay. Okay, sir. You have to
Yes,
find out
sir.
the k value for system stable. So finding out the system stable, you need to learn about the Nyquist plot a little bit. Nyquist plot saying that there is a critical point set. That critical point is minus 1 plus j0 point. Okay.
Means critical points.
Critical points means actually the critical point how we decided, because this is any equation, sir. If a transfer function is given gh, then what is the closed loop transfer function? 1 by 1 plus gh, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for unity feedback system. So if I do the characteristic equation equal to 0, this is the closed loop transfer function poles. Okay, and here
Yes.
gh equal to minus 1 plus minus 1, right? This open loop
Yes, sir.
minus 1. So but we are not finding the closed loop system stability directly, but in Nyquist plot we are finding the closed loop system stability by using open loop transfer function, right, sir?
Oh, yes, DH is open loop.
Yeah, GH is open loop, but we are not finding the closed loop. Now we are solving the question from open loop only. That's why
Yes.
this characteristic equation you have to convert in open loop. So now if I convert, then this GH equal to minus 1, right?
Yes, sir.
So that point is taken as in book, it is called minus 1 plus J0. This is a complex number also, it can possible. But remember that this is the critical point.
Means we convert closed loop system into open loop
Open
system.
loop system. And because you're solving open loop system.
Okay, okay.
So now remember that this minus 1 point, if minus 1 point, I don't know, sir, at which in the, because minus 1 is a negative term. Na? It can be here, it can be somewhere here. Okay. Either it is inside the loop or it can be outside the loop. We don't know. Right,
Yes,
sir?
sir.
That we need to find out. So to find out that value, you need to find out this intersection point. What is that value? Right? Because sir,
Intersection point.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
because you don't know, no, sir, what is the intersection point. This, if this intersection point is 2 minus 2, then you can say that this minus 1 should be inside, right? If this
Yes, sir.
intersection point can be minus 0.5, then you can say that this minus 1 point should be outside of that, right?
Yes, sir.
So for that, you need to find out the intersection points. Then intersection point. So how to find out the intersection point? It means in the polar plot, you need to find out this intersection point, right? Because our polar plot, if I remove this red plot, then this is a polar plot, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
So first of all, you find from the polar plot, you find out that intersection point. How to find out the intersection point? Because at this intersection point, you need to find out what is the g of h magnitude. Okay.
Okay.
But to find out the g of s magnitude, you need to know that what is the omega value for that value. Okay, because this transfer function is a function of omega,
Yes,
s
sir.
equal to j omega. So you need to find out at which value of omega this is crossing the imaginary axis, right?
Yes, sir.
Now I actually in my previous classes I told you the shortcut. Okay, but if you are not remembering, just I'm saying. So whatever the transfer function is given, you just multiply all the tops, s plus 1, s plus 2 and s plus 3. You just multiply all and make
Okay.
it equal to
Means your
0.
denominator part.
Yeah, denominator part. No, sir, don't, not denominator part. Suppose in this question, 1 s plus 4 is there. Just I'm saying for
Okay.
example, then what
Okay.
you need to do, all the 4 terms you multiply.
Okay, sir.
Okay, just remember that. Okay, so first multiply all the terms. Okay, once you multiply, it will give you SQ plus 6s square plus 11s plus 6 equal to 0.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now first you simplify this equation. Now I'm telling you that you remember sir this concept. You are you are
Yes.
you are
In
you are
order to, sir, in order to find the intersection point.
intersection omega value. I'm just finding out the omega value. After finding the omega value, I need to find out the magnitude. Okay, now I'm finding out the omega value, right sir?
Omega value means
At
intersection
which
point.
point is
No.
crossing? Because this is omega equal to 0, this is omega equal to infinity. Okay, this is a polar plot, na sir? You have to start at omega equal to 0
Yes,
and
yes, yes, sir.
at crossing at imaginary axis at some point. You need to find out that omega value. So for that, you
Omega value.
multiply and equal to 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Now what you do means you have to find out the intersection point on the real axis, right? This is the
Yes,
real
sir.
axis. Now, whenever you find out the intersection point on the real axis, remember in the real axis are suppose I'm taking a complex number sigma plus j omega. So which one is the real part? This is the real part, and this is
Yes,
the
sir.
imaginary part. So
Imaginary part.
if you want to find out this sigma, then what you have to make omega 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you find out omega, then you have to make sigma 0.
Sigma zero. Yes, sir.
That's the concept. Concept is that you need to find out a point which is on the real axis. A real axis means remember real axis
Omega is
means
zero.
but we need to find out sigma plus j omega. We need to find out sigma value. So we have to make omega 0, right? So omega
Yes,
equal to
sir.
0 means this is the imaginary part. We have to make it 0, right?
Yes, sir.
But remember that which terms are giving the imaginary part. Remember, sir. SQ. If I put S equal to j omega q, then it gives me what minus j omega, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
6x square means this is a square term. A square term will be give you a real part, right?
Real. Yes.
Again, s will be gives you imaginary part. Again, c6 is 6 in the 6 s to the power 0 is there, right sir? S to the power 0 is 1.
Yes.
So remember that which terms are real part and which terms are imaginary part in a equation, that you should know.
So six
Remember
s
that
square gives the real part,
real part
and
and
s or
6s
zero.
also gives the real part, right?
Yes, sir.
And remaining terms you make it 0.
Sir, in order to find the
In order to
intersection at the
find
real
the
axis.
intersection on the real axis, keep the real part and making the imaginary terms 0. So what are the
Yes, sir.
imaginary terms? All the odd power. Remember, sir, all the odd power of
Yes,
base are
sir.
imaginary terms. So 0, make it 0. So make it 0 means that you have to make it 0. So you have to make SQ plus 11s equal to 0. Because we need to make it 0. That's it. So whatever the terms you wanted to 0, write that equation. Are you following me, sir?
Yes, sir. Following, sir.
Now tell me, SQ plus 11 is equal to 0 means SQ is what? SQ is what, sir?
Sir, once again, sir, to find the imaginary.
You have to first clarify yourself, then you come. Sir, making a point on the real axis, you have to make imaginary terms 0. What are the imaginary terms here? SQ and
S3.
11 is that you have to make 0. Making that equation, just make a equation of that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now here s is get cancelled. So this will be s square plus 11 equal to 0.
Yes, sir.
So a square equal to minus omega square, right? Because you're putting j omega
Yes, sir.
plus 11 equal to 0. So omega equal to root 11,
Root 11.
right? Omega equal to root 11, right?
Yes, sir.
So this point is root 11.
Okay, sir.
Sir, you
Means
don't know?
intersection at the
Yeah,
real axis, we
yeah. Sir,
equate imaginary
terms equal
part
to 0.
0.
And you got
Yes,
the
sir.
omega 11. Sir, can you know this? Sir, you know what is gain margin? Can you tell me what is gain margin? How to find out the gain margin? You have to need a phase crossover frequency, right?
Yes, sir.
Phase crossover frequency is the frequency at which your angle should be minus 180, right?
For gain margin, phase shift.
For gain margin, we need omega PC. Omega PC is the phase crossover frequency.
Phase crossover frequency, yes.
And phase crossover frequency is the frequency at which the magnitude of G of S should be equal to minus 180. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now, whatever the question you are solving, now directly you are getting omega PC. Because why? Because you see at this point, your angle is, this is the negative real axis, na sir, minus 180-degree line.
Yes, sir.
So whatever the point you are getting, that is omega PC. Means already, sir, if you know this shortcut, if I do already got omega PC, then already half of the question is over for you. Means this is this
Okay, means this intersection point is also the
this question also
phase
got your
crossover
omega PC.
frequency.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now you just put this omega root 11 in this magnitude. So find out the magnitude of this transfer function, k divided by, I'm just finding the magnitude. So 1 plus omega square, term by term you do, sir. 4 plus omega square and 9 plus omega square, right?
Magnitude
Yeah,
magnitude. Yes, sir.
magnitude format, right, of this transfer function, right?
Yes, sir.
Omega is root 11 means omega square is 11. I'm putting that one value. So 1 plus 11, so it's 15. So this will be 15 plus, so 11 square is 11 plus 15. This one is, sorry, just find out. Putting omega square equal to 11, sir. 11 square, 11 plus 1 is 12. 11 plus 4 is 15. 11 plus 9 is 20. Okay.
20. Yes, sir.
So now you multiply all these three and find out the value. Take the square root. So you directly you will get k by 60, sir, right?
Yes, sir. These.
Okay, and I'm saying the answer, sir, k by 60. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now you know the process at this crossing point, your magnitude is k by 60, sir, right?
Okay, sir.
Now I'm erasing this upper portion because you know how to do the polar plot. Now you just find out the k value for system stability. Okay, so remember that how to do that. So remember that first of all you look at the transfer function. How many poles and zeros at origin? Sorry, how many poles and zero, how many poles on the right hand side? Poles on the right hand side.
3.
No, sir, right hand side pole.
So,
That means
sir, 0, 0.
0. So remember that as many as right hand side pole will be there, then as many as number of, so I'm drawing the Nikus plot. Okay, the Nikus plot will be something like that. Okay, so as many as number of right hand side poles, that many number of uh, closed path will be across -1 plus j0 point. Okay,
Means key number of poles are right hand side.
yeah, number of
0.
poles on the right hand side is 0 here. So let's say
Yes,
for
sir.
this question, the number of right hand side pole will be 1. Okay, let's say I'm just adding 1 point. Let's say this s plus 3 become s minus 3.
Yes, yes, yes.
Net the pole is on the right hand side is 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, so if one pole on the right hand side means about the critical point, you have one anti-clockwise direction, one closed path will be there. Means that -1 plus j0 point should be inside one closed path. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So for this question, our right hand side pole is 0. So how many number of closed path along -1 plus j0 points, sir? If this is the -1 plus j0 point, how many number of closed path will be there? 0, because number of
0.
poles will be 0 on the right hand side. So it means if I put my -1 0 point, I'm just changing the color because you'll be confused. Okay. If I putting my -1 0 point at this point, sir, then just see how many number of times it will have a closed path. So one closed path is this line. Okay.
2.
So 2. So it will be 2. Okay. But what you want? 0. You want 0, na sir? Because number of poles on the right hand side is 0.
Yes, sir.
So it means that definitely the critical point should be outside, right? Because if you put -1 plus j0 point at the outside, then you are satisfying. How many number of encirclement about -1 plus j0 point now? 0. because it is
0.
outside of the loop. Okay.
Yes, sir. Poles on right hand side, in this case, 0.
Yeah, because pole on the right hand side is 0, that's why you have to just, you have two options here. Either you can place here with this person, or you can place, because this is the intersection point, so either you can place to the right of that intersection point, or you can place to the left hand side of it. If I place my minus 1 plus j0 point to the right hand side, then it is not satisfying, because number of encirclement is 2, and but here it is 0, so 2 not equal to 0, right? It is not
Yes, sir.
satisfying our conditions. So you have by default, if it is 0, it means number of encirclement about the minus 1 0 point should be 0. That's why this minus 1 plus j0 point should be on the left hand side. It should not be inside the circle, right?
Okay, sir. Means if number of poles on right hand side, suppose at 1, so
If
it
it
may
is
exist
no,
inside
for
the.
for this question, sir, the question will be framed such that either it can be option 2, or either it can be 2, or it can be 0. Okay, so suppose let's say you have a number of poles on the right hand side will be 2, then
So actually, what do you want to find here in this case?
I'm just telling you now, I have to find out the K value for system stability.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so first you identify that where is your minus 1 plus j0 point. You just tell me, sir, left hand side, or inside the circle? It is on the
For
left hand
this
side.
case, outside, left hand
Yeah,
side.
means wherever I written that is correct.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Once it is clear for you now, now you tell me that, sir, the all are negative because you are moving in a negative direction. This is origin. This point
Yes,
is
sir.
minus k by 60. This point is minus 1. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because all are negative, so I am putting this as a minus sign. Minus k by 60 and minus 1. Now you tell me, sir, minus k by 60 or minus 1, which one is bigger?
Minus k by 60 is bigger.
Okay, so write down that in terms of bigger. Minus k by 60 should be greater than equal to minus 1.
Minus 1.
So k value should be less than 60, right?
Yes, sir.
So you got a range of k value for system stability.
K less than 60.
Yeah, the answer should be k less than equal to 60. So for what value of the system will be stable? For k less than 60, the system will be stable.
Sir, for stable, this point should be outside, like minus 1 plus j
No, no, no,
0.
no. Yeah, because it is outside, because you can see as a, because is a system, in a system, how many poles and zeros are on the right hand side?
Yes,
0.
sir.
So for system
0, 0.
stability, the number of encirclement has to be 0. Okay.
Number of?
Encirclement about minus 1 0 point. Encirclement
Okay,
means
okay.
I'm telling the number of circles about minus 1 plus 0. That should be also 0. That's why your minus 1 plot should be outside. Okay, let me give the question like that. If the GH having two right hand side pole, RHS is equal to 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Then your minus 1 plus j0 point should be inside. Then at that condition, your minus 1 point should be here.
So suppose one right hand side pole, then again it is
Ah,
inside.
one right hand side pole. For this question, it is not applicable, sir, because you have two encirclement. Na? The question will be given like that. It will be satisfy your condition, sir. We cannot frame the question on our own.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
So now in this case, if it is inside, then the minus 1 point should be here. Then you can say that which one is greater? Your minus 1 point should be greater than minus k by 60, right?
Yes, so it will change. K is less
Yeah,
than
yeah,
60.
yeah. Yes, yes. Just to understand how I'm doing the question. One more question for you. Okay.
Yes, one more question, sir.
Hmm. One more question. One more question,
Means in
sir.
this problem, we have to draw a polar plot, Nyquist plot, and then we conditions, satisfied
Yes,
conditions.
yes, yes.
Or
This is the complete question.
yes, or but such type of problems will come in exam,
Yeah,
complex
yeah,
problems.
definitely, definitely it comes. But this is the
We have to.
procedure. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now give me another question to you, sir. Okay. Let me give you another question. You have to solve by your own. I'll just help you. GH equal to K into, let me give a question. k into s plus 3 divided by s minus 10. Okay.
Sir,
Now,
same problems we can solve through route stability criteria also, the value of k for stable system.
yeah, you can do, sir. No problem. RH criterion is
Okay.
better, but it take time consuming. But if in the question they will ask you to solve by using Nyquist plot, then you have to solve by using Nyquist plot.
But in objective questions, we can
On
try.
objective question, you can try both, no problem, sir. Same,
Okay.
both. Can you solve this question, sir? Because I'm just giving one question so that one pole is on the right hand side now.
One pole is right hand side. Yes, sir. The
Yeah,
system is unstable, sir.
yeah. System is unstable. So now this is the open loop system is unstable, sir. You have to find the k value for the closed loop system stability from Nyquist plot. Previously, you also find out the k value for closed loop stability by using open loop transfer function,
So,
because
sir,
that's why
suppose
we're
the
taking the,
GH is given, so we can understand it's a open loop transfer function.
yeah, this open loop transfer function is unstable, but you have to find out the system stability for the closed loop by using open loop transfer function. That's why you're taking that -1 plus j0 critical points, right?
J.
Yeah, that's it. So open loop system is unstable, but you have to find out the k value for closed loop systems, okay, by using this transfer function, whatever is given by using Nyquist plot. Okay, sir. But if you want to solve this question by time domain, you have to find out the closed loop system stability. Then you have to arrange criterion, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So for, sir, you will find out the polar plot. Okay, I am just drawing the polar plot. Okay, because polar plots and Nyquist plot now for you easy. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So for this question, I am drawing the polar plot. Uh, so this will be starting from here and this direction.
Zero,
This
zero,
is
sir.
this direction.
Anti-clockwise, sir.
This point is -1. This point is k. This is the Nyquist plot.
Sir, one thing, sir.
Yeah.
Uh, Zero is near to the origin.
Okay. Okay, sir. Actually, yeah. Remember. Remember that side. Yeah. Whenever, sir, you are encountering negative terms, na, that is important. Okay. Now, in this case, one negative term, because in all the question what we have solved till now, all the terms are in the first quadrant, right? All are positive. S plus 3, S plus 5, S. Okay.
Yes.
But here, this is S minus 10 is in the coming in the which quadrant, sir? -10 plus j omega is in the second quadrant.
Yes.
Yeah. So for that, your starting direction, you don't consider the starting direction. Only you solve the question by using ending direction, because starting direction for this type of question you cannot find out. Remember.
No, earlier we have taken the all the conditions. In poles, those, yes. Yes.
Now
S plus one, S
we have
plus two.
taken all the terms till now positive,
Positive, yes, sir.
but now I'm giving a negative question. So I am saying that whenever you encounter these negative terms, na, so don't
Okay.
consider the starting direction. Forget about the starting direction. Don't
Okay. If a
consider that.
pole, if in pole negative directions, right? Sorry,
Yeah,
negative
sir.
terms.
One negative term you encounter, don't consider the starting direction.
Okay, sir.
Then how will you solve this question? Let me solve this question for you, otherwise you'll be confused. Okay. So at omega equal to 0, okay, sir. So in this case, whatever the shortcut we are applying, it is not applicable.
Okay.
So for that, what you need to do, you have to find out the phase of this plot. So first tell me, for the denominator, what is the phase, sir? Tan inverse omega by 3, right? Sorry,
Yes.
numerator. So I'm writing tan inverse omega by 3. For the denominator, sir, it is which lies in which quadrant? Second quadrant, right?
Omega by 3, yes, sir.
So, but we are considering this angle, because this angle is how much? Theta. Theta equal to, I can write tan inverse omega by 10, right?
Omega by 10 for poles.
For the poles. But
Yes, sir.
you are writing tan inverse omega by 10 by considering this theta, right?
Yes, sir.
But you have to find out this theta, sir, because always the theta from the 0 degree axis. That's why from 0 degree axis it is 180 minus theta. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So
So, sir,
now,
angle corresponding to zeros, angle corresponding to poles. We both have to find.
yeah,
Hmm.
you have to find both separately. So now angle for the 0 is this one, tan inverse omega by 3. Omega by 3.
Okay,
Right,
sir.
sir?
Angle contribution by poles and zeros.
Yeah, angle contribution by poles, just tell me. What is the angle contribution by the pole here?
Pole
180
here,
minus tan
omega by.
inverse omega by 10. Okay.
Yes,
Because
sir.
you have to consider this angle, sir. This angle is nothing but total 180 से यहाँ subtract कर लेंगे. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But you are taking this pole to the numerator, so you have to put a minus sign, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, what you do, you just simplify this plus and minus. So phi equal to now tan inverse omega by 3 minus 180 plus tan inverse omega by 10. Okay,
Total angle contribution.
total angle contribution.
Yes, sir.
After finding that, now you apply your omega equal to 0. Now tell me, at omega equal to 0, what is the magnitude, sir?
At omega equals to 0.
Yeah, this is
3 by
it
10.
just for simplicity. This take
3k by 10.
you take the numerator 10, okay? Because for simplicity, we'll do the question. Let's take it 10. Okay, sir?
Okay, I'm also
So,
changing, sir.
okay, you just change it.
Yes, sir.
So, at omega equal to 0, what is the magnitude now?
Uh, Omega 0 minus 1 degree.
Magnitude, sir. I'm saying magnitude. Omega
Okay,
equal
okay,
to 0.
magnitude. I think K.
Yeah, it will be K. Okay. What
Yes,
is
sir.
the angle, sir? Put now omega equal to 0 here to find out the angle. Because now your shortcut will not applicable, sir. You have to put that omega equal to 0 in this phi equation to find out the angle. Now put omega equal to 0.
Tan
0.
inverse 0 means
Minus
0
180.
minus 180 degree.
So suppose, sir, you don't know this concept, then what you write here? 0 degree you write now. Because you
Yes,
are,
sir. This is
yeah,
important things. In
yes,
numerator, denominator minus term.
yes, sir, right. Now omega up to infinity, omega up to infinity, what is the value?
Omega infinity means.
You take here like this. You take s
Sir, we
common.
have to use partial fraction?
Yeah,
No.
you take s common. So this will be 1 by 10 plus s
Yes, sir.
divided by s into 1 minus 10 by s. S is get cancelled here. Now you put omega infinity, s equal to infinity. So this get cancelled 0. So again k. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now put at omega equal to infinity here in this formula. Find out the angle. Tan inverse infinity minus 180 plus tan inverse infinity. So tan inverse infinity is 90 degrees, sir. Minus 180 plus 90 degree. So this will be 0. This angle will be 0. Right, sir? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now starting direction is not required. Don't consider starting direction. Directly write ending direction. Ending direction is difference of these two. Minus 180 minus 0 degree negative. So negative means anti-clockwise.
Ending direction again 1 minus 180 degree. Minus. Okay. 0. Only difference, sir. Difference. We can take difference, right? 0,
Okay.
180. Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is anti-clockwise, right?
Yes, sir. Anti-clockwise.
If it is anti-clockwise, then you draw the polar plot. So now you draw the polar plot, sir. Yes. You have to start at omega equal to 0 here, okay? Because minus 180 degree you have to start, sir, right?
Yes, sir.
This value is k. You have to go anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means like this. Okay, sir?
Sir, how to put K here?
because this is the
This,
magnitude sir na k.
okay, magnitude K.
Yeah, at
And
omega
omega.
equal at omega equal to 0, your magnitude is k. I mean, it's a finite number, not infinity.
Okay, sir. Finite number. Yes.
And your at omega equal to infinity also, your magnitude is also k. This value is k also.
And this is the clock, anti-clockwise.
Yeah, anti-clockwise, right?
Yes, sir.
And this point is your omega equal to infinity, right, sir?
Infinity also. Okay.
Yeah. Now take the mirror image, sir. Mirror image is something I'll change the color. Let
Uh,
draw the mirror
for,
image.
for second quadrant. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it will be same direction. This is your Nyquist plot, right?
Yes, sir.
Nyquist plot. Because you don't have poles at origin. That's why you don't consider the infinite radius half circle. Already we are getting a closed path. Okay.
Sir, what you have said, sir, we don't have poles at
Because there is
origin.
no pole at origin, that's why no infinite radius circles, right? Half circles.
Yes, sir.
Now, sir, tell me for what value of k the system will be stable now. Now, to find out the stability, you need to find out this k value, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, how to find out the k value? To find out the
Okay.
k value is lies on the minus 180 degree lines, right?
Yes, sir.
So, whatever the angle we got previously, equate that angle to minus 180 and find omega.
Sir, once again repeat, sir, because of earlier you told
Earlier,
them
oh,
poles on right
sir,
hand side
here
0.
no
So,
shortcuts will applicable. I told you. That's why
oh,
whatever the angle you got, sir, five you got recently. What is the five you got, sir?
tan inverse omega by 10 minus 180
Okay,
plus tan
this will
inverse
be
omega by
2
10.
tan inverse omega by 10 minus 180, right?
Yes, sir.
Now equate to 180 degree.
Okay.
Okay, equate to 180 degree. Okay, equate to minus 180 degree. Okay, because uh, because you need to find out a value, which we have to find out the omega value at which the angle will be minus 180 degree. Okay,
In all cases, sir.
in all the cases, sir, this is the definition of the phase crossover frequency.
Okay, sir.
Now, after you equate, you see this minus 180 minus 180 get cancelled. So now omega equal to your 0 degree,
Yes, sir.
or omega equal to you got 0. Okay, omega value, sir, you got 0. You put that omega value 0 here and find out in the magnitude and find out the uh, k value. So I'm writing out the magnitude here. G of h magnitude equal to k into 100 plus omega square divided by omega square minus 100. Now put omega equal to 0.
So, sir, minus under 100, it means the imaginary numbers.
So which one you are saying? This get cancelled now from here.
If we put the omega 0, sir, magnitude, mod.
Magnitude. Okay. So this will be, sir, magnitude of what is a plus jb का magnitude क्या है? A
Okay,
square
okay.
plus
Under
b
a square
square.
plus b square.
Right. That's it. Put omega equal to 0. Okay. We are getting a complex value sir here, right?
Yes, I am saying regarding complex variable. Yes, sir.
Okay. Actually, sir, what is actually the question that is given like this? Actually, I just changed. That's why the problem has come. The question is given. This one is minus. This one is plus. Okay. Just put the negative in the plus. Now solution will come.
Sir, then Nyquist plot will change. Same.
Yeah, Nikus plot the direction only just change, sir. It will be clockwise only.
Okay, okay.
You can verify, sir. Just I'm saying the procedures, okay? You
Okay, yeah,
just
yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir.
you
Understand.
just understand. This direction will be now clockwise, sir. Everything is remains same. Only the direction will be clockwise.
Okay, direction will be changed, right?
Now you can see, sir. You can now able to find out the omega value because here now it is omega square minus 100 and the denominator is now positive. Now still you are not getting.
Yes, sir. Still, we get the imaginary values.
Okay, just me let me check out, sir. Uh, okay. Actually, I'm doing something wrong, I think. Okay, let's go back to the previous question. S plus 10 divided by s minus 10. So this will be tan inverse omega by 10. Sir, I'm writing just to just cross verify, okay? I'm writing the
Yes, sir. Yes,
page.
sir.
Tan inverse omega by 10 minus of, this will be 180 minus tan inverse omega by 10. Previously, just whatever I written, just cross verify.
Yes, sir.
Tan inverse omega by 10 minus 180. This is the phase. After finding out the phase, we got the polar plot, something like that. So it will be start anti-clockwise, and this is a anti-clockwise. So what about the previous question? This is one is k, this one is k. Now for this question, we need to find out k value. Okay. Okay. Now, don't need to find out the omega value here. Okay. Why I'm saying here, you just see.
Okay.
This is the polar plots are okay. This is the Nikus plot, right?
Yes, yes. Nucleus blast.
Nikus plot for the original question. I'm not changing anything, sir. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now you just see we have to find out the k value for system stability, right?
Yes.
Now you see, sir, for the open loop transfer function, one right hand side pole is there.
Yes, sir.
So your number of encirclement about minus 1 plus j0 point should be equal to 1, because as many as number of poles on the right hand side, that should be equal to, I am giving that value is n. So number of encirclement
Suppose,
equal to
suppose
n.
that, sir, if two poles on right hand side,
Okay.
then we can write here 1 minus 1 plus j equals to 2.
Yeah. For system stability, these two values should be equal. That's it.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Equals
Just
to?
remember, I'm just writing number of right hand side poles. I'm denoting p. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Number of encirclement I'm denoting n. Okay. Now for system stability, these two values has to be equal to, always equal. P has to be equal to n.
The number of poles and number of circles.
Number of right hand poles equal to number of encirclement.
And circle means
So encirclement, just circle. Okay, just to remember circle. Okay, but circle about minus 1 plus j0. Okay.
okay, sir.
So P has to be equal to n, means, sir, here in this question P is 1, right?
Yes, sir.
So n has to be 1 for system stability, because we are
Yes, sir.
finding out the k value for system stability. Okay. So
Yes,
n
sir.
has to be 1, means number of encirclement about the minus 1 plus j0 point has to be 1, means you just tell me, sir, minus 1 should be to the right of k or to the left of k?
Uh, Sorry, once again repeat, sir.
Sir, number of encirclement has to be 1.
Yes.
So minus 1 plus j0 point to the left of k or to the right of k?
Number of circles, right, left.
If I am putting left, sir, is
Okay.
your minus 1 plus, if I am putting here, then is this minus 1 plus 0 point is encirclement उसका हो रहा है क्या, नहीं हो रहा है ना सर?
नहीं मतलब स्टेबल के लिए अंदर होना चाहिए बाहर होना चाहिए.
No. Stable के लिए these two values has to be equal. P
Okay.
is 1, so n has to be 1. N means what, sir? Number of encirclement about minus 1 plus j0 point. This means minus 1 plus j0 के around में एक circle होना चाहिए.
Okay.
So now you tell me, minus 1 j0 point बाहर होगा तो उसके encirclement तो कुछ नहीं होगा ना?
अंदर होना चाहिए.
Yes, that's why this minus 1 plus j0 point should be inside.
Okay, sir.
Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Now we got the minus 1 plus minus. Now you just make a line. This is the 0 degree axis. This point is minus 1. This point is minus k. Now you tell me which one is greater.
Minus 1 is greater
Minus
than
k should be
minus
less
k.
than minus 1. No.
Yes.
Yeah. So k value should be greater than 1 for system stability.
Yes, sir. So no need to find the omega, right?
No need to find the omega value, because already find out the k value, sir. There is nothing, but because why? Because k is not in terms of omega. Okay, previously k is in terms of omega, because आपको k
Previously, in previous question.
in the previous question k is dependent on omega, because that is K,
Yes, sir.
yeah, because here omega is not required. Already K is there. Directly K we got. That's why. Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
So, sir, this type of question will come. And the next class, I'll take one more class to solve your doubts. Please attend that. Okay, on Monday.
Sure, sir. So,
Yeah.
at what time we will take sir next class,
So
sir? What
same, sir.
day?
6 to 7:30 around. Okay.
Miss
Next
on which
Monday.
day?
Monday.
Monday.
Next Monday means coming Monday.
Okay, coming Monday. Coming Monday. Yes, sir.
Because this is the last class for me.
Okay, sir.
So at that time, we'll cover some body plots or some
Yes.
doubts of your. Okay.
The board plus and some state space analysis.
Okay. Because sir, actually this Nyquist plot is little bit it means difficult to understand, but I think you understand better.
Yes, sir. So really, sir, I understand. And both shortcut methods and if a negative comes in the
Yeah.
polls.
How you approach that question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm stopping here for today.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Good night, sir. Good
Good
night.
night. Good night.